working on enriched doughs, you always want to make sure that your butter becomes pliable but not warm. So what I'm doing, just taking a rolling, pounding it a little bit and making it pliable so that when I incorporate it into my dough, it doesn't interfere with gluten development. So the project that we're working on here is the brioche, which is an enriched dough that has anywhere from 30 to 65% fat content. And as you introduce fat into a dough, it starts the tenderization of the gluten-forming proteins. So the way that you add your fat is very important. The category that we're looking at is the intense mixing method. The machine goes to second speed. I take a portion of my butter that's pliable, spread it along the outer edge, turn it back on, and keep on incorporating. If you don't have a spiral mixer and you're working off the 20-core vertical, the key what you want to listen for is that you don't have any smacking sound, sort of like when a child chews with their mouth open at dinner. So as soon as that noise ceases, you can add your next stage of butter. Or the key is a clean bowl. So what you want to do is, after you've developed most of your gluten, you want to make sure that that window that you're about to pull becomes really extensible. And you can see right now that it's still some thick spots and some thin spots. So you got to mix it a little bit longer. One option that you have is if you feel the friction of your dough mixing too long in this mixer, you can mix it on first speed as well and just allow it to sort of develop slowly and not create as much friction. The key is give it time and be patient. So to test this, again, pull in multiple directions, don't just pull in one, and gently elongate that membrane. And once it stretches nice and evenly, you know you've got nice gluten development. And again, the key is give it time. It will happen. The only danger that you have to be aware of is that when it gets above 80 to 84 degrees, your butter is going to break down and melt potentially out of your dough. What I do is I take the dough, work it into a round ball, take some plastic film, press the dough nice and flat so that as I chill it down, the fermentation procedure happens fairly quickly. Put it aside, wrap it the other side as well so that there's no expansion and no damage during the freezing process. And then you take it like this and put it ideally into a shock freezer so that there's no large crystals that form, so that you're dealing with microcrystals. Or then put it into a commercial freezer and allow it to at least get it to a point where it's frozen all the way solid, approximately 5 to 6 hours.